Peace, peace, and blessings, everyone. This is my first time going live as Empress Shay. Many of you know that you are on my page. You're on my Empress Shay page, and I took on this name from my higher self. This was a space where I was able to be myself, my fullest self, my highest self, fully be able to be in my gifts. So this is my first time going live from this page, and I'm excited. I am a spiritual life coach for those of you who do not know. And one of the things I specialize in is shadow work. Most of the people who know me, most of the people who have joined me live before, y'all know that I tend to specialize in shadow work. I also do group coaching, I do couples coaching, I do vision coaching, a lot of different things through my business called Authentically Your Expressions, where I'm helping you live your most authentic life. Peace, Veronica. Peace, Trin. Hey, girl. So I'm going live from Black Queens to Spiritual Healing as well as my Empress Shay page. If you're in Black Queens and you're not friends with me, go ahead and click on my name. Send me a friend request so we can get this thing started. So, yes, today I want to talk about shadow work and limited beliefs. So, in Smile, my school called Smile, that's the topic for the month. Peace, Janelle. The topic for the month is limited beliefs. So we're just talking about how do we get past the things that we do not believe about ourselves. Some of us really, really struggle with having any form of faith in ourselves. We really want to have things, but the way we think about it is keeping us from having it. If you don't know already, let me talk a little bit about shadow work. So the shadow is a concept that it's ages old, but it was a conscious that was termed shadow by Carl Jung. He is a psychologist from many moons ago, late 1800s, early 1900s. And so what he said was there are dark parts of us. Things that we've gone through in our life have created dark parts of us, places where we respond to life from. That's where the parts of us where we're kind of embarrassed and we like to ignore. Peace, Rita. Long time no see. So sometimes it feels like jealousy, envy, things like that. Parts of us that we don't want to acknowledge as true, we kind of push into our subconscious because it usually came from someone teaching it to us, right? So one of the things I do is shadow work. I help you go identify those spaces. Why is my life not turning out the way I want to? Why am I not making the money that I want to make? Why don't I have the relationship that I want to have? My work as a coach is to do just that, help you identify that so that we can get rid of that. Now, misconception, people tend to think that we are getting rid of our shadow. We're not getting rid of the shadow. That's just what it is. We're not getting rid of our shadow, but we're taking control of the shadow. Big difference. So often people are like, I don't want to operate from the space anymore. Guess what? Being too nice is a problem, and being too mean is a problem. It just both of them can. Those are two ends of the spectrum. But if, as you can see behind me, this is a representation of the yin and the yang, the moon and the sun. There's a balance to everything. There's a balance to everything. So even when it comes to your shadow, you're learning how to balance those parts of you. We don't want to neglect them. We don't want to act like they don't exist, right? Okay. So when we do shadow work, that's what we're approaching. Well, one of the topics I'm talking about, like I said, is limited beliefs. And what people don't realize is happening is you don't believe something strongly. And it's usually from something that you were taught. If you were raised in a situation where maybe you lived in poverty, or you lived with people who were just stingy. They had the money, but they didn't do things for you. Or you lived in a situation where it was a single mother or a single father household. It's hard for you to truly believe in anything greater than what you experience. So that's how the shadow came in the first place. Yeah. Our shadows come from our experiences, point blank. But you have the power to overcome them. So have you ever considered what are your limited beliefs? Do you know? Can anyone tell me? Peace, Dana. Long time no see, baby. Yeah. Can anybody identify a limited belief that you know you have? Something that you find it hard to believe would ever show up in your life? Don't get quiet on me now. Because if you don't know, I want to help you begin to identify why you struggle with believing you can have more than enough money. I want to help you with identifying why can I have a wonderful relationship. So while y'all get up the nerves to answer me, yeah, I'm going to go ahead and give you a way to identify it, even if you're struggling with it. So consider what you don't have right now in your life. Just think about what you do not have in your life right now that you kind of do want, whether it's optimal health, healthy relationships, a different house, things like that. Dana said just saying you can't or don't is definitely, you definitely, if those are words that you ever use, I can't do whatever, or I don't have, that's where your limited beliefs begin. That's a good place. Thank you, Dana. Yeah, so I want you to just think about the things that you kind of lack right now. Usually we lack something in our life because our mindset behind it is limited. Rita said, I have a hard time believing that. I guess she's desirable. That's a limited belief. It's one you created for yourself. So, yeah. And so, what happens is when we have a particular belief in our mind, when we believe strongly that something doesn't exist, like having a hard time believing that I'm desirable, the universe responds by giving you reasons to believe you're not desirable because you limited yourself to only seeing that. So everything that comes toward you, oh, I don't believe that I'm desirable. So all you see is situations and people answering that for you. The universe is responding with an answer versus you saying, why am I so desirable? Then the universe will respond by giving you reasons to show you why you are so desirable. You see how that works? You see how that works? Trent said, my limiting belief was that I don't have the right to change my mind once I start something. Ooh, that's a big limited belief, girl. Look, don't talk to a Gemini about nothing like that because I will change my mind in a second, okay? I'd be like, psh, deuces real fast. So, yes, those are limited beliefs. And the reason that we don't have a lot of things that we desire right now in our life is because we don't believe we're worthy of it. We don't believe it's possible. We say it, oh, I want to be a millionaire one day. Do you believe it? I want to have a healthy relationship. I want to be in a good relationship. Do you believe it though? One of the things I hear over and over again and I have put to practice is what you say, what you believe, and what you feel in your heart. If you match those three things up together, you win it. You are going to win. If you can say, I want to be a millionaire, you can keep telling your mind, affirming to your mind over and over again, I can be a millionaire. And then in your heart start feeling, I damn sure could be a millionaire. Why the hell not? If we could do those three things simultaneously, consistently, the things that you desire show up in your life. I was asked the other day, look at your life right now. Look at what you have. They said that to me. That's where I got this from. Are you happy with what you have? And I was like, yes. And I expect more. That was my answer. But if you asked me that about 5 years ago, it wouldn't have been the same. Let's just be honest. I'm just being honest. Authentically your expressions, right? If you asked me that 5 years ago, I would have been like, I don't know how I'm going to be. I don't even care how. I don't worry even about the how, and you shouldn't either. We're not worried about how we get to what we want. What we're doing is we're saying that I believe I can have it. Dana said, what about if you catch yourself limiting yourself and correct it? That's a reversal. Will the universe understand that you're trying to keep? Yes, the universe understands that language because you've taken it back. Anytime we put it out there, you say, I can't, be like, oh no, I take that back. Yes, I can. Yes, I can. I could do that. You can taking it back because you pulled it back from the ethers and then you replaced it with what you want and you fully release that thing. So yes, that's a beautiful practice. That's why most of the practice looks at the beginning anyway. That's why it has to be consistent. That's why it has to be a consistent work. Because if you don't do it all the time, you'll never stop doing that. You'll always be in a place of catching yourself because you're not consistent with it. Hmm. So that's why consistency, and that was a post that I put on my page too. Like I said on Black Queens, if you come over here and watch the video, go ahead and send me a friend request so we can keep this thing rolling. Because I won't probably always go live. I do have a YouTube page, and I'll upload this video to YouTube. But sometimes I'll be going live from Empress Shay and YouTube. So Black Queens, send some friend requests over here. But yeah, we lack what we desire because of the things we speak, the things we believe, and the things we feel. So when we do shadow work and we think about, okay, if y'all have finally come up with some of your limited beliefs, like Rita about being desirable, like Trend not being able to change your mind, where did that come from? Where did that initial thought come from? When did you first start believing? Who taught you to believe that you weren't desirable? Who taught you that you could not change your mind? Just go back to that place. You know we ain't gonna stay there long because y'all know I don't play blaming people. We're not gonna do no blame games around here. But I just want you to take a minute to go back to that space. Peace, Toya. So just go back for 1 second to that space and say, who was it that, where did I believe that at? Was it a parent that made you feel like you weren't pretty? Was it in school, maybe growing up? Somebody told you weren't desirable? Teachers? It comes from somewhere. Parents telling you that you have to commit. If you say you're going to do something, you have to do it until the end. And they make you feel like there's something wrong with saying, nah, this doesn't work for me. And like I've said to y'all before, just because it doesn't work for you, you don't have to feel guilty about that. You can make a switch whenever you're good and ready. Just know that's where it's coming from for you. Let it come from you. Veronica said, you have changed me and my thoughts now that I just want to know why my haters won't leave me alone. Because you're paying them attention. Your haters won't leave you alone because you allow them to exist in your mind. Then that's real. You're drawing that type of energy to you because you're giving it energy. Just like they said, you want a snake to die, cut off its head. You know, you have got to cut off the energy. Wherever we pour energy into, grows. So when I placed a lot of energy, because again, you're talking to a Gemini here, flighty as hell. Can't focus on shit. Okay. But once I finally decided, I'm gonna put energy into one space. Sharonda, you've got to learn how to focus. Stop getting distracted by every damn thing. I put my energy into my business and it grew. And I continue to do so because I want it to continue to grow. Wherever you place your energy, people are always going to be saying something, Veronica. Who cares? Who cares? Are they going to stop you from having what you want? No. So you have got to let them people talk. You got to let them talk. Trent said her upbringing and being taught to follow through. Yeah. And again, that's where I was going to go to. The reason sometimes when our shadows come from good intentions. So a lot of parents teach their kids, if you start something, you need to finish it. She laughing. You crazy girl. When you start, we teach our kids when you start something, you need to complete it, so you could be, considered worthy of doing the next thing. If you see who wants a flighty person around them all the time, flaking off, not following through what they say they're going to do, right? However, if it's something that's not good for me, if it's something that doesn't allow me to come to my highest self, that's the problem with a lot of relationships. People won't leave a person because they think they got to follow all the way through. Okay. Some people will not get out of certain relationships because they think that I said I was going to be in this, so I got to commit to it. Commit to what's good for you. Be consistent in what's good for you. Let go of what doesn't serve your highest good. That's the problem. Yeah, you're paying on people attention, girl. If you were focused enough, here's the other thing, Veronica, because people are gonna, like I said, people are gonna be people. If you are focused enough and placing enough energy in what you do want, you don't even see what you don't want anymore. Can somebody write that down? I need somebody to write that down real quick. If you place all your attention and intentions into what you do want, you don't see what you don't want. Come on, y'all, work with me. Yeah. So once you can identify where it came from, so like Trent said, the upbringing, being taught to follow. When you can identify where it's coming from, then you get to say, okay, that person may have said that, but it's not true. You have to start labeling some of this stuff as a bold-faced ass lie. Look, that's not true for my life. I can do what the hell I want to. I can be what I want to be, and I can show up in the world how I authentically want to show up. Authentically. Mm-hmm. Who's trying to come on camera with me? Jennifer? Jennifer, did you mean to click that? I think we've gone through that before where you mistakenly clicked you were trying to jump on camera with me. I won't do that to you this time. But yeah, that is a word trend, I know. No problem, baby. So you have to begin to label the things that you believe you can't have as not true. That's not true. That's bullshit. Nope, I'm not about to believe that. Nope, I'm not about to hold on to that belief. Nope, nope, nope. Fuck that. I'm about to have what the hell I want to have. I'm gonna have what I want to have. And I'm gonna place, Veronica, my focused attention and intention behind what I do want so that I can have it. Labeled it as not true. I don't know if I can have it. I'm tired of dating. I don't know if I'm gonna find the right one. Be it unto you as you believe. That's what the biggest thing I want to say to y'all right now. Be it unto you as you believe. What do you believe? What do you believe? They're taking it to your boss. If they don't have anything to take to your boss, Veronica, it doesn't matter. That's all I got to say. If you're doing what you're supposed to be doing as your highest authentic self, and they're taking that good stuff to your boss, it's not a problem. But if you're not doing what you're supposed to be doing, I'd be worried too. I'm just saying. We create the energy we desire. That's what it is. Yeah. Y'all real quiet today. Y'all real quiet. But here's the thing. What I know without a shadow of a doubt is your level of consistency in your life is showing up right now. Whatever you have in your life, me too, all of us, this is just universal law. Whatever it is that you have in your life right now, you practice to get it. There goes another word for you, Trent. You need to be writing these down for me so I could do some separate speeches on this. Just playing. But yeah, whatever it is that you have and how whatever your life's conditions are right now, you have practiced to get it that way. How many people about to jump off this live and cuss me? I don't care. It's the truth. Our life shows up whatever we consistently say, think, and feel. Whatever you consistently say, think, and feel on a regular basis over and over and over and over again. So that goes to with I love doing readings, don't get me wrong. But when people jump back and forth between readers, and especially when they say, I've heard that before, that means you're not changing anything. You're consistently showing up in people's readings the same way. Readings don't change who you are. You change who you are. You change who you are. The readings are not going to change who you are. A lot of you don't want to invest in anything. You could most of us cannot do it on our own. Look, I couldn't do it on my own damn either. I still don't try to do it on my own. Even as much work as I place it to myself, I don't do it on my own. But you are unwilling to even invest in your life changing. And I'm not even just talking about money, but you won't invest money. You won't invest time. You won't invest your thoughts. You won't sit down with yourself. Anything, and we talk about how much we want our lives to change. You're limited because you're limiting yourself. So what we were talking about is your body kicks in as a defense mechanism. So things like we talked about procrastination, things like what else I said, fear, anxiety, things like that. They step in to stop you. They're coming in to say, I need to protect you from this change. You're trying to change, and I need to protect you because we're not used to that. And so you're fighting against procrastination, fear, anxiety, different things like that that are making you say, I need to take a step back. And you're looking for signs. Oh, this happened. That thing happened. So that must mean it's not time for me to do this right now. No, it's trying to get you stronger so you can push through to keep going. You get to have what you want. The universe is not this space because so many of us grew up in church. We think of the universe as God, where we were taught that if you're doing something, you're going to get a sign not to do that thing no more. No, the universe doesn't work like that. The universe is steady and consistent. It's very steady. It doesn't have emotions. It's not like I don't like her, so I'm not going to give her what she wants. That's not how universal law works. I'm going to tell you that right now. Universal law doesn't work in such a way where if you say, I want to open a business, and then the moment you come against a hardship, the universe is saying you can't have it. No. What it's saying is you need some fortification, some strength, that fortitude about yourself that's going to keep going. How are you going to, sorry, y'all, my eye itching. How are you going to manage a business when you won't manage yourself? Where you won't be consistent? How are you going to have a business when you're not consistent with yourself? I've asked myself these questions, so don't think I'm judging you. I'm just let me say that real quick. I've asked myself this. That's why I get in my own shit too. I don't play. How? Yeah. hmm So it's little. It's even starting with little things. Little, even the littlest things that we have going on in our life. Are we consistent in them? Brushing your teeth every day, making your bed. I mean, it's not judgment. I'm just saying there's some things that we should be consistent about that we're not even there. So the universe already knows. Yeah, I'm gonna have to put some things in front of you to make you stronger. And really that's your spirit. Everybody, all those energies that are around you that are cheerleading you on, saying, yes, I'm so glad you want to do this thing. Okay, let me make sure she's doing it for the right purpose, or he's doing it for the right purpose. They, whatever you call yourself, is doing it for the right purpose. Okay? Then let me give you the strength to be able to manage the thing when you finally get there. We give up. We give up and move on to something else and then complain that we never got anything. So you encountering that shadow first, right? The shadow is, where did this come from? Where did this come from now? That's what we're doing first. Where did this limited belief, lies, I take that back. First is identifying your limited beliefs. And one of the easiest ways to me to figure out what your limited beliefs are is asking yourself, what don't I have right now? What don't I have? One of mine is, and don't take this as an insult, anybody who does follow me. This is not an insult at all. This is me talking about me. One of my, I realized I had limited beliefs in, is I attract a lot of people who do not want to pour into me, but they're willing to pull from me. I tend to attract that a lot. All these people who love what I say, love what I do, but they're not really going to invest in nothing that I do. They'll show up for my free stuff or something like that, but if it comes past the $5 a month for a smile, it ain't gonna happen. And I had to look at myself and be like, what the hell? What the hell, Sharonda? And I had to realize it was me. You don't place value in yourself. You don't even see yourself worthy of all the people out there who are willing to pay for your coaching. And I'm a banging ass coach, y'all. I'm not bullshitting about that. The one thing I know about myself is I know how to be a spiritual life coach. That's not a place where you're gonna find me questioning myself. Mm-mm. So why in the world wouldn't you value yourself? Why aren't you drawing people who have the money and willing to spend it for their own self development? So then I have to. I'm recalculating, but that's an encounter with me, finding out what is my limited belief, because I don't have what I want to have right now. I want to have consistent people who will show up for their sessions, got the money to do, and we could flow. I just want to rock. I ain't trying to. I don't want you to have to worry about money, and I ain't trying to worry about money. So that's why I started doing rituals. That's why I started doing rituals so that people could start manifesting what they need. I do my shadow work regularly. Thank you, Dana. Dana said on the bomb.com. I appreciate that, baby. I'm doing rituals so that you can begin, because a lot of you, you're like, I could do my own ritual, but you're not manifesting because you still got a bunch of shadows that you refuse to acknowledge. Okay. So I start doing rituals publicly because I do my own anyway, so that y'all can begin to manifest what you need so you can invest in yourself. I mean, I ain't been on it. I'm just gonna go find the people who are gonna do it. That's all I'm saying. I'm gonna find the people who will do it. Oh, Jennifer, thank you. Yes, I'm gonna go do what I need to do for me to show up as me, as my highest self, believing in who I am. How the hell I'm sitting up here knowing I'm a good ass damn life coach and struggling to get clients? That's some bullshit. I'm like, Sharonda, you're not looking in the right places. You're not showing up correctly. You're not consistent in some area. There's something. So we first identify what in my life I don't have. What is your limited belief behind it? That I'm not worthy. I didn't know I had a limited belief there, but there was a part of me that didn't really fully believe that I was worthy of these people. What if I do it wrong? Out here busting damn coaching like a motherfucker, okay? What if I don't do it right? These little, voices back there in my shadow self making me feel like I'm not worthy of receiving these people. What the man? Once I realized what I was doing, I got mad. I was like, hell no. Okay, we're gonna do this differently now. So then, like I said, one, identifying the limited belief. Two, finding out where it came from. Where did that come from where you didn't have value? Childhood, for sure. It was for sure. Father, mother. I mean, just pick a place. It just came from so many places. Okay. I found out where it came from. Released it. These are people who they had their issues too. They had their stuff going on and they gave me their best. And that was what their best gave me. Thank you, but no thank you. Love you. Bye bye. Letting go of that. Right? And then telling myself that's some bullshit, Sharonda. That shit ain't true. That's not true. You are absolutely worthy of everything by birthright. Not because you're a good coach. Not because you're cute. You're cute. Not because of that reason. Not because you're really smart. Not because you are a very good orator. Not for any of those reasons other than your birthright. You were born so you are worthy. And Dana said, now rewrite it. Okay? I was born so I am worthy. Squash that. So I'm just sitting and speaking with my spirit team, with my oversoul. Just, I want to talk to y'all. Show me what I need to do next. Just show me what I need to do next so that I can attract what I desire. That's the work. That's the work. Now affirm. I release my limited beliefs about myself. Until you believe it, you affirm it. I release my limited beliefs about myself. I release my limited beliefs about myself. I release my limited beliefs about myself. Because when y'all see me a year from here, let me tell you something. I'm not the same from last month. Stuff has shown up since last month. So for a year from now, it's not going to look the same because I release my limited beliefs about myself. Do you release your limited beliefs about yourself? That's a real question. Do you release your limited beliefs about yourself? This stuff does not have to exist in your life, but it's what you believe about yourself that just keeps showing up over and over and over again. And this is not an opportunity to beat yourself up. This is not judgment zone. This is truly awareness. Thank you, Trend. Thank you, Trend. This is awareness. Becoming more aware of yourself so that you can succeed in what you actually want. This is awareness. This isn't, damn, I wish I could believe. Fuck all that. Stop these pity parties, man. Cut it out. I should have believed this about myself later. It don't matter. What do you believe now? Today. What are you choosing to release and replace? What's the choice? Limited belief release. What am I? It wasn't even a limited belief, but even my nervousness. Again, this was my first time coming in as Empress Shay. Thank you, Veronica. This is my first time going live. How many lives have y'all seen me on? I mean, like endless. Let's be real. I have lives all over Facebook and junk. But this was my first time stepping in as Empress Shay. Empress Shay is my highest self. She's ascending. She believes strongly in who she is. She knows she's gifted. She knows she's powerful. And she wants to be around the people who want to do the motherfucking work. That's who Empress Shay is. So, yeah, that's what life will begin to look like even more. Even more. Damn. Sharonda got such and such and such going on. You're right. I do. Because I release my limited beliefs about myself. That's straight up. And I will wrestle with myself till I leave this earth. I will release my limited beliefs about myself so my life is ever changing and ever growing and ever heightening. Every time something hard comes into your life, every time you see yourself struggling with something, it doesn't mean you're doing something wrong. Sometimes it just means you need to fight. I'm not letting this thing go. Sometimes it looks like taking one little step per day. I'm so proud of myself, y'all. Before I did it, I wouldn't let myself do this live until I folded and put away all my clothes. Look, I love doing my lives. I hate folding clothes, okay? My clothes are put away, they hung in the drawers. Everything is away. One little step. One little step. Sometimes you have to take a small step towards what you do want. And don't allow procrastination to try to defend yourself from trying to get higher. If you don't want anything else other than what you have right now, this message ain't for you. Veronica said, my girl, you my girl too, baby. Don't let procrastination, don't let your ego, don't let people tell you nothing. Do not let people, there are all kind of things that have the ability to make you believe you can't have what you want to have. It's not their business to believe it in the first damn place. Let's go there. Trend, that's another one right there. It's not other people's business to believe what you're supposed to be doing. That's why I tell y'all all the time, stop telling people what you're doing, because they will try to convince you that there's something wrong with it, okay? It is not their purpose. We're letting people get into our head, and then that's where we start messing up, where we don't fully fulfill what we're trying to do because we're letting other people say, well, girl, you sure you should be doing that? What the fuck? And they ain't doing shit neither. At least talk to somebody who doing something. Damn. Just saying. We let other people, we let ourselves, and there's nothing you can't have. Do you hear me? There's nothing. Nothing. The things you want are doable. Everything you actually want. I didn't say you're going to do everything in the world. Notice there's a difference. I said the things that you want are doable. You can have that, baby. Oh, yes, that's yours. Hmm. Because it's already in here. Them things that are in your heart, start believing that you want it. Start those things that's in your heart, start believing you can have it. And then talk like you can. Talk like you can. Talk like you can have it. That's what I'm here for. I'm not just a spiritual life coach. I'm a spiritual life empowerment coach, meaning I empower you to have the life that you want. I empower you. You ain't gonna be relying on me. I was just a life empowerment coach for a long time until I realized, girl, you got all these spiritual rituals all up in your life coaching and stuff. You might as well call yourself a spiritual life empowerment coach. I empower you to have what you want. My job is to help every person who wants to vibrate at a higher level on a consistent basis so you can have what you want. I created Smile, the Self Mastery Institute for learning what? Empowerment. I created that school in order to help people consistently see things that will empower them, for them to consistently have an opportunity to do things they want to do that will empower them. Doing yoga, doing Reiki, vegan cooking, master classes, group shadow work coaching. And I'm charging these people $5 a month and they still won't be consistent for something that you can actually afford. Fuck that. I'm telling you, that shit's about to end soon. Because I'm ready to attract the people who will pay more and will actually be consistent. If you're consistent already, I ain't talking about you. But you'll probably have to pay more too, I'm just saying. $5 a month. Who's going to join me though? I've learned how to be consistent. Everything that I fear, I kick in the ass. I don't care how nervous or scared I am, I'm going to make it work. Because if it's going to go in the direction of my highest self, that's where I'm going to be. Y'all coming? Who else coming? Jennifer said, take all my damn money. I don't care. I don't care. He's so crazy. Jennifer, too funny. I'm just saying. You cannot have what you don't want to have by not investing and not showing up. It's not going to happen. This life, it is 4 o'clock, 4:07 p.m. Eastern Standard Time right now. At 12 p.m., it's going to be another day. And if you didn't do one damn thing today to empower yourself, one step towards your goal, you missed another day. You just missed a day that will never return again, ever in eternity. This day is gone at 12 o'clock p.m. What you gonna do? You see what I'm doing. You see what I'm doing, and this has to do everything with authentically your expressions. Hey, hey, hey. So if you want to join Smile, again, click on my name. Come on over. But I'm not begging people anymore. That's the one thing. And I don't do it a whole bunch anyway, but I realize, Sharonda, you got to fall into alignment with what you want. And what I want is to heal. I want to heal others. That's all I know. If I don't do that, if I don't work as a energy worker, if I don't work as a healer, if I don't work as a spiritual life empowerment coach, this life means nothing to me. It means nothing. I don't have nothing else. I'm emptied of all bullshit. I have emptied myself through shadow work of the bullshit. What I have left is what you see. That's all I got now. So I have to keep pushing. I have to keep pushing. And I want y'all to come with me. I say that all the time. Do you want your healing or no? Do you want your healing or no? So yeah, I just wanted to come on and talk about that today. Shadow work and limited beliefs. hmm Number one, I'm gonna go for the last time just in case anyone came late, because I'm about to get off of here. But number one, Identifying what are my limited beliefs? What are my limited beliefs? And if you don't know what they are, ask yourself, what don't I have right now that I really do want? What don't I have that I really, really want right now? And consider the reason I don't have it is probably because I have a limited belief in that area. Then write down the limited belief. Then figure out, where did this come from? Where did this belief even come from in the first place? Who told me this? Hmm. See this free gems? I'm giving gems and it's free. Okay. Imagine if you was really working with me. That's all I got to say about that. Yeah. I appreciate you too, Trent. Imagine that. What is it? Where did it come from? Who said it? What experience made you believe it? Then release it. You served a purpose. That bad situation I went through, okay, now I can be strong from you. I'm not going to keep telling the story from a place of victim consciousness. Y'all who are in group shadow work, y'all know that's what we're talking about as well this week. I'm no longer going to be the victim of this. I now have the victory. I'm a victor. I now win over whatever it is, right? And now you're going to say it's not true. That's not true. Now I realize that's not true. Damn, just because I had bad relationships don't mean I'm not going to never have a good one. What the fuck? Asking you, saying that stuff to yourself. What? No, I'm not going to keep telling myself that. And then affirming, I release my limited beliefs about myself. I release them. I release them. So I hope that helped y'all today. I'm thankful. I'm honored for everyone who was on here and hung out with me today. I was going to do this later in the day because I know more people are settled later in the day. But I want to be settled later in the day. So hopefully people will catch this live later on. It'll be here in Black Queens. It'll be here in on Empress Shay. If you're in Black Queens, feel free to send me a friend request over here. I got so many friends on my Sharonda L. Barksdale page. And like I said, I was not fully able to express myself. Partially fear, being honest, of judgment. But also when I did post stuff, no responses there. I had to connect with my spiritual community. And as I went to my highest self, I was like, how do I do this? How do I show up? You're an empress. I had a reading. She pulled the Empress card and she said, "This is the Empress card." She said, "But you are an Empress." She said, "You could be doing any damn thing out here that you want to spiritually." And this was probably a few months ago, and I heard her, but I heard her. And then a week or two ago, I was asking, "Who am I? How do I show up fully?" You're Empress Shay. You get to show up however the hell you want to. I wrote it in my journal and left it there. I left it there because I needed to digest that thing. But I am Empress Shay. I am she is me. And I'm going to show up as an empress. They said an empress is nurturing, loving, supportive, has that maternal thing, but strong. I was like, yeah, I've heard that about myself a couple of times, so I guess I might as well receive it. So come on over to the Empress Shay page. Let's get this working. And I love y'all. Have a good one, y'all. Peace.